Hey everybody, it's John with NH Easy Hiker. Today we are off on a longer adventure. Me and the girls, they're in the back laying down, don't know if you can see them. We're on our way to go camping up in the White Mountains. This is going to be a 4-day, 3-night adventure. We've got two things for sure we're doing. We're going to go out on the Wilderness Trail out into Lincoln Woods, and we'll check out maybe heading towards the Bonds or maybe Mount Liberty. We'll have to look at what the conditions are with the rocks and stuff with the dogs. But and then the other thing is to get the dogs to the Pemigewasset River so that they can do some swimming and retrieving sticks. They love that. Well, at least Frankie does. Dahlia's going to find out how much she loves it. So anyway, I don't know how I'm going to do this, if this will be one big thing done at the end or whether I release some multiple videos along the way. We'll see. But anyway, for right now, we are on the highway heading up north. We've got about a little over an hour, and we'll check in when we get to where we're going. So we've had quite a few adventures on this trip. Started Saturday. We came up here to the campground. We're staying in Woodstock, New Hampshire. Got here mid-afternoon, and we spent the day setting up, getting relaxed, having a couple cold ones, listening to some music, and just taking it easy. It's a great way to spend the first day camping. And then Sunday was all about getting the dogs down to the Pemigewasset River. I took them down to this spot that they forget the name of it, Staple Park, perhaps. I'll have to look that up. I've gone there so many years, I don't know the name of it. Anyway, it's this riverside park, and you can go down the rocks and into the river. There's a big rock ledge, and the water was pretty high, but this is one of Frankie's favorite spots in the whole wide world. And Dahlia was just introduced to it, and she took right to it, jumped right in the river as soon as we got there, started getting swept downstream. You know, I yelled at her, and she turned around and swam back, and that's when everybody learned that Dahlia knows how to swim. And so they had a blast in the river, and that was a great day. They wore themselves out. Frigid water, but they just did not care. Oh shit. I should have done it there. Alright, come back, girls. Come on back. Dolls, come back. As you can see, we've got some rapids here today. Much higher than normal. And then today, Monday, was going up into the White Mountain National Forest and hiking off of the Lincoln Woods Trail onto the Osseo Trail, where we had a good time. Turns out we did a little over 5 miles, and it was real nice out there. Got a lot of footage of that stuff. So we got a few miles until we get to the Pemigewasset, and it's only a couple miles down there to the trailhead. So we'll pick it up once we got everybody harnessed and leashed, and the chaos sort of reigned in. Forest, folks. About 750,000 acres of amazing woods and mountains, and rivers and lakes. Coming up shortly is the Hancock Campground. Great little campground to set up a base camp if you're going to be heading out into the Lincoln Wilderness here. I forget how much it is a night. 20 a night, 25 a night. I'll have to check that. It's been a bit since I stayed here. It looks absolutely empty right now. I don't see a single tent set up in there. There you go. There's one. No, that's the caretaker. But great place. Frankie and I have camped there before a number of times. I think the coldest we've ever done got down to almost 30 one night. It was a little rough on Frankie, but we made it through. And here we go. We are at the trailhead. Lincoln Woods Trailhead. It's maybe about half full. All right, we're gonna park and register. It's $5 here per day. Gotta put that up on the dashboard. And now I'm gonna get these guys all situated. All right, so we're heading to the suspension bridge, and then we'll get over and we'll start our fun. Let's go, girls. Onward. So I got off onto the Osseo Trail. It was about a mile 6 in, mile 8, I don't know. It brings you up towards Mount Liberty. I think I'm going to take it to where I think there's a pretty steep switchback that starts at some point soon, like maybe a mile. Probably go up to there and then turn it around. But yeah, I got off onto this trail because I figure there's no more people. You know, everybody's going out to Lincoln Falls, and we're just passing way too many people, and the dogs are getting way too worked up. Dahlia's excited to meet everybody. Frankie wants to suss everybody out, make sure they're not a threat to us. And then Frankie's got to watch them coming and going. So quite stressful for them. Bad trail. I didn't pick a good trail for them today. But we're going to make the best of it now on the Osseo. It seems like we're going to have this to ourselves, at least for a little while. Might be the start of the switchbacks, eh? All right, so that would be far way down. We've turned around on the Osseo. I'm gonna head back now. I think at this point we'll probably do a bit over a 4-mile trip here today. But have passed a few people on this trail, very narrow, so even more interesting than on the Lincoln Woods Trail. But anyway, I'll check back in a little bit. Make sure we don't slide down these cliffs or slopes. Okay, so great day out there in the White Mountain National Forest. We stayed pretty low down on the Lincoln Woods Trail. Did get a little bit of elevation, not a ton, but a little elevation when we took that Osseo Trail headed towards Mount Liberty. We're heading back out now, back on the Pemigewasset. Head back in towards Lincoln Center, or downtown Lincoln, I don't know what we'll call it. And then we're going to get back to the campground and get these girls a proper lunch. And I'm sure they'll sleep right away. All right, so I'm back at camp now. This is my camper setup behind us here. Dahlia and Frankie are laying down. Frankie's snapping at flies over there. And I'm gonna have a Moody Brew from the Woodstock NH brewery. One of the adventures we had while we were up here was stopping at the Woodstock NH brewery and grabbing a variety of beers. This one is a Moody Brew India Pale Ale. Really like everything they make up there. Yesterday I had a Pale Ale, Shred Pale Ale, and I think a 4,000 footer. Got another one in store today. Maybe it's a 4,000 footer, I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, I've been having quite the adventures up here. And now I get to enjoy the fruits of my labor. It's been another great trip up here to the White Mountains. I love coming up here. It's the first time I've been able to get up here with the two dogs since we got Dahlia. Last year she was still a puppy and I didn't feel comfortable coming up here with a puppy and a big German Shepherd and trying to do trails or anything. So, but I'm glad she fit right in. Really cool. And man, if I could, I'd be up here all the time. You know, this is God's country to me. I love it up here.